Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again. Thank you all so much for coming over. Now, look, we all know there has been a lot of back and forth with this. I've talked about it a lot, watched a lot of videos on it. If Trump would pardon Diddy or not, would it happen? It looks like they're talking about it again. And if so, now I'm confused. I don't know if they're saying that Trump can make a decision by Friday or Diddy could be out by Friday. The talks are back, and what I'm trying to figure out is if Trump pardons Diddy, does that wipe away everything? Like everything? Because a lot of people are saying that they think he should have got more time. And the judge is saying that he, basically saying he needs to enter a program. So I'm like, if he gets pardoned, does he not go to this program anymore? Because the judge is saying you need to go to these programs to try to get your mind right, have some self-reflection, all that type of stuff, So that's where I'm confused at. We will find out. I got this video here from the Breakfast Club. It says Trump could pardon Diddy this week. Now, again, with the Breakfast Club videos, just remember that I cannot show the actual video. I can only play the audio. I'll leave the original video in the description so you guys can see them talking and stuff. Y'all can see what I'm seeing. But let's see what they have to say, man, because this is the way they're talking about this is like the closest it's ever been to getting an answer. So we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
So Diddy may be pardoned this week. This news comes from a high-ranking White House official. It's an alleged report. I reached out and didn't get any response, true or not true, on this. So I don't know, where that leaves us. But according to a high-ranking White House official, they told TMZ that Trump is considering commuting Diddy's sentence as early as this week. Now, according to this source, Trump is going back and forth on this. And there are some White House staff that are saying, don't do it. Leave it alone. He wasn't supporting you. But the source made it clear Trump is going to do what he wants, so it can happen as early as this week.
Now just remember, if this does happen, boy, Diddy gonna have to do some dancing. Diddy gonna have to do some dancing for Trump. Guaranteed. He gonna have to probably sign something saying that you're gonna vote. He probably gonna have to help him bring in more votes. What is it again? 2028? Diddy probably gonna have to have some Trump 2028 shirts, all this type of stuff. By this Friday, whew.
Y'all remember when there was, some of Diddy's attorneys that were doing interviews and saying that they were having conversations with Trump. Mm-hmm. And then they came back out and said they weren't having the conversations. Mm-hmm. So this source is saying that even when all that back and forth was happening, there were really conversations going on. And the day after Diddy was sentenced, the conversation started again. And that was the same week that Trump, remember that clip of him went viral when he said that Diddy just asked for a pardon?
Yeah.
So, all that is happening. So, Diddy has served, 13 months at this point. He was sentenced to 4 years and 2 months. But if this happens, none of that will matter. So we'll have to wait to see what happens.
And you're going to come home and be, you got to come home and be Trump's hoe now.
Oh, my guy. 100%.
When they do that UFC fight on the White House lawn, you will be the performance. You will be the live entertainment.
I just said it. I just said it. And again, I'm going to just say this. Because I've seen so many comments on the videos that I've done as far as people saying, man, he ain't gonna do this. There's no way. All I'm saying, I ain't saying he is. But when asked, he didn't say no. So all I'm saying is, if this does happen, for all your supporters out there, how will that make y'all feel? How will y'all make that feel? How will that make y'all feel? Just be honest. because I'm gonna go back and look at some of the comments again. Yeah.
We'll be shaking ass.
Yeah,
For MAGA.
he has to.
But how was this information getting leaked, right? When George Santos just got pardoned, nobody knew until it was done. I feel like they keep talking about it, and it allows people to shoot it down.
And it'll be a way to stop it before it happens.
I mean, to be honest with you, they probably might have been talking about George Santos getting a pardon. I mean, that's not my algorithm.
Yeah, mine either.
Diddy is our algorithm.
And to be honest with you, this is going to be a great PR thing for Trump. So how do things get leaked? They get leaked when people want you to know what might be happening. You know what I'm saying? Now, at the same time as this news came, like literally right before this news broke, there was a notice filed by Diddy's attorney, Alexandra Shapiro, who is in charge of his appeal. And they basically just put the court on notice that in 4 to 6 weeks, they're going to be appealing the sentence. So either way, they're like, okay, from what we hear from this source, it's like either they're going to do what they're doing with Trump and he's going to come home, or they're going to try and appeal it to bring him home as well. And I did ask my source if Diddy is going to be involved in like figuring out what the angle of the appeal is and all the things, because he was super involved during the trial. And they said, of course he will be.
Yeah.
Of course, but he's in really great hands because she's one of the best attorneys at this in the game. So
they need to do a reality show based on Trump's pardon process. I just want to know. I just want to know how he comes to the conclusions that this individual needs pardons. I just would love to see it.
it's probably like a board that he spins.
Hilarious.
And it just tick, 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 tick.
Hilarious. I just want to see it.
Yeah. Hey y'all, what's up? It's Lauren LaRosa here talking about my guys over at Top Dog Law. Now you've heard the name, you've seen them around. Did not make Tupac take an AIDS test before the kissing singing.
Okay. So that was that. Let me just say this. All right. From everything so everything that came out in the trial, because it was a lot of he say, she say. We thought it was gonna be this, thought it was gonna be that. It was a lot of people who didn't testify. I'm just saying, from what we've gathered, everybody know he's freaky. All right. I still think the money, the power was his way to control situations, people. That's just my personal opinion. Some people may think otherwise. But my whole thing is like, even though he wasn't charged for it, just watching that video of him and Cassie, I just don't know how someone would be like, I don't know, man. Because he couldn't be charged for that. He didn't get in trouble for that. Although that did make people think like, okay, if he's capable of doing that, he's capable of doing all of these things. So when you're talking about pardoning a person, you got to take all that stuff into consideration. I'm telling you, man, things in this world have been happening so often, so frequently, so fast, so rapidly, just nonstop, consistent craziness. Every year has just one up the last. Ever since 2020, I keep saying that. And this whole situation, man, like, I just don't know. I'm so lost and confused. Like, I cannot say he's about to do it. Then I can't say he's not. I really, really, really don't know. I just feel like we all gonna wake up one day and it's gonna say, either he's still in jail or Diddy's free. And all of that stuff is wiped away. He can't, they can't charge him for nothing else, and that's dealing with that because it's all, what did you call that? Like double jeopardy? I don't know. I forgot what it's called, but I'm just saying, when you wake up and that is on the news, that is literally going to break the internet. And I'm just wanting to see what is the reaction going to be from Trump supporters, because a lot of them are saying he's not. They're like 1,000% sure that he's not going to do it. Some people are like, they hope he does it. Yeah, I can't even read some of these comments because I can't even say what's said here. Yeah. But hey, please comment below on what you guys think is going to happen. Damn. All right. Again, the original video is in the description. I stopped this video at like the 3-something mark because they're talking about another topic, but the video is like almost 7 minutes long. All right. Peace out.